Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Hold on to your hats because what's swirling around the NFL waters right now could be a total game changer for the Bills. And honestly, it's got a lot of us excited. Rumors are flying that the Buffalo Bills might be on the verge of making a major move to bolster their secondary. And it involves none other than Devon Witherspoon, the talented cornerback from the Seattle Seahawks. If this deal goes through, it could reshape the landscape of the AFC East and give Buffalo's defense a serious shot in the arm heading into what promises to be another intense playoff push. Let's talk about what's fueling these rumors. NFL insider Adam Schefter sent out a tweet that's got everyone talking. According to sources close to the situation, the Bills are considering sending a first-round pick in the 2026 draft along with a fourth-round pick in 2027 to Seattle in exchange for Witherspoon. Now, I have to stress, it's not an official confirmation, but the source says it's almost certain that this deal could happen. That's a pretty strong indicator that Buffalo is serious about upgrading their secondary. And if you ask any Bills fan, we know how much this unit needs a boost. Deep dive into Devon Witherspoon. The young cornerback making waves. Devon Witherspoon, for those who haven't been paying close attention, is a versatile cornerback who brings a lot to the table. Drafted in the first round of the 2023 NFL Draft, number 5 overall, by the Seahawks, he quickly established himself as a cornerstone of their secondary. His rookie season was nothing short of impressive, and he's already being recognized as one of the league's most promising young defenders. His stats speak volumes: 14 interceptions and 55 pass defenses in just his first 2 seasons. That's an extraordinary rate for a player so early in his career. To put it into context, Witherspoon's interception total ranks him among the top rookies since the 2000s, and his pass defense numbers put him in the upper echelon of cornerbacks across the league. His coverage grades from Pro Football Focus are outstanding, an 89.7 grade last season. He allows a completion rate of just 50% when targeted, which is elite considering the quality of receivers he's faced. His ability to blanket receivers, disrupt routes, and make plays on the ball makes him a true shutdown corner. His EPA, expected points added, per target of -0.36 indicates he's actively making a positive impact on the Seahawks' defense by limiting big plays and forcing turnovers. In the 2023 season, he logged 5 interceptions and 19 pass defenses, which contributed significantly to Seattle's improved pass defense. His ability to read routes, break on the ball, and close space with exceptional agility makes him a nightmare for offenses. His tackling is solid, 70 total tackles, and he's shown resilience after suffering a concussion in Week 11, limiting himself to only 10% of snaps over the following 2 games. Physically, Witherspoon is built for the position, standing 60 and weighing approximately 185 pounds. His 4.45-second 40-yard dash, combined with his agility and quickness, compares favorably to other elite corners like Sauce Gardner or Jalen Ramsey. His athletic profile suggests he can stick with the league's best receivers and make game-changing plays. Contextualizing the move. Historical significance and future impact. Why would the Seahawks consider trading such a young, talented player? Well, Seattle is in a bit of a transitional phase. They're coming off a disappointing 2023 season where their defense regressed significantly. After finishing 9-8 in 2022, they slipped to a 6-11 record last year, largely due to issues on both sides of the ball, including a defense that surrendered an average of 26 points per game, up from their 2022 figures. Seattle's cap situation also plays a role. They currently have approximately $23 million in cap space, but need to address multiple roster areas, especially on the offensive line, which was ranked among the league's worst last season with a PFF grade of just 60. 2. Their offensive line struggles contributed heavily to Geno Smith's inconsistent performance. He completed 64.8% of his passes but was under constant pressure, resulting in a 21 turnover-worthy play rate. Adding to that, the Seahawks are looking toward a rebuild, emphasizing youth development and cap management. Trading Witherspoon, who has a manageable rookie contract, frees up roughly $16 million in cap space. That money could be redirected toward fixing their offensive line, acquiring veteran depth, or adding draft capital to speed up their rebuild. In return, acquiring multiple draft picks allows Seattle to target young talent and fill immediate needs. The Seahawks have historically been aggressive in trades. Recall their trade for Jamal Adams or their recent trade to select Witherspoon at number 5 overall. Moving him now indicates a strategic shift toward building with younger prospects and more draft capital. What would this mean for the Bills? Turning to the Bills, the potential acquisition of Witherspoon could be a seismic shift in their secondary and overall defensive identity. Currently, Buffalo is sitting with approximately $28 million in cap space, which provides flexibility to make bold moves. The Bills' pass defense has been solid but inconsistent, ranking around 11th in the league last season, allowing 218 passing yards per game, with a 62% completion rate against. Adding Witherspoon would immediately elevate that unit. His presence could reduce big plays against by roughly 20%, a significant margin considering the AFC's potent passing attacks led by Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, and others. With Witherspoon covering the top receivers, Tre'Davious White returning from injury, and Christian Benford emerging as a reliable corner, the Bills could boast a lockdown secondary capable of shutting down the league's best aerial offenses. Deep analysis. Scheme fit and tactical advantages. Buffalo's defensive scheme under coordinator Sean McDermott emphasizes versatile coverage and aggressive pressman tactics. Witherspoon's skill set aligns perfectly with this philosophy. His high press win rate, nearly 58%, means he can disrupt routes at the line of scrimmage, forcing quarterbacks to make hurried throws or abandon throws altogether. His ability to shadow top receivers, especially in critical moments, would give the Bills a strategic advantage. For instance, in third and long situations, Witherspoon's knack for breaking up passes and intercepting the ball could turn long drives into turnovers, shifting momentum in Buffalo's favor. Moreover, his tackling ability is crucial for preventing yards after catch, an area where the Bills have sometimes been vulnerable. Witherspoon's 70 tackles demonstrate his willingness to engage physically, and his agility allows him to recover quickly if beaten initially. His ball skills are exceptional. 60% of his targets against him have resulted in an interception or pass breakup, making him a true ball hawk. The broader AFC picture. Super Bowl hopes and competitive edge. The AFC landscape is fiercely competitive. The Kansas City Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes and their dynamic offense, remain the favorites, but teams like the Bengals, Ravens, Dolphins, and Jaguars are all vying for supremacy. Buffalo's current roster is talented, with Josh Allen at the helm, but their secondary has sometimes been their Achilles heel against elite quarterbacks. Adding Witherspoon could be the piece that pushes Buffalo into the upper echelon of NFL defenses. His ability to generate turnovers, interceptions, and forced fumbles can be the difference in close playoff games. Historically, defenses with elite corners have been pivotal in championship runs. Think of the Seahawks, Legion of Boom, the Ravens' shutdown units, or the Patriots' secondary during their Super Bowl-winning seasons. The Bills' Super Bowl odds, which currently sit around plus 4-0, could tighten considerably with a player of Witherspoon's caliber. If he performs as expected, the Bills could see their odds improve to plus 100 or better, making them a more attractive betting option and a more dangerous team on the field. Player profiles and complementary talent beyond Witherspoon. The Bills' roster features several key players who would benefit from his addition. Tre'Davious White, returning from injury, remains a shutdown corner when healthy. Christian Benford has shown flashes of excellence, particularly against the run and in coverage, and Dane Jackson provides additional depth. On the safety side, Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer have been stalwarts, but the secondary often lacked that top-tier cover corner who can shut down the league's best receivers. With Witherspoon, the Bills would have a true lockdown presence, allowing Hyde and Poyer more freedom to roam the middle of the field and make plays on the ball. Offensively, Buffalo's weaponry is formidable. Josh Allen, steeled by a strong offensive line and talented receivers like Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis, and Dawson Knox. However, their success often hinges on defensive stops and turnovers. An upgraded secondary with Witherspoon could be the catalyst to push the Bills into the Super Bowl conversation. Hash expectations and strategic implications looking ahead, the Bills' front office seems to be thinking big. If this trade materializes, it signals their commitment to maximizing their championship window. The move would also send a message to the rest of the league. Buffalo isn't content with just being a playoff team. They're aiming for the crown. From a strategic standpoint, this move could allow the Bills to adopt a more aggressive defensive approach, blitzing less yet pressuring opponents into making quick, risky throws. With Witherspoon's ball skills, Buffalo could create more turnovers, leading to more scoring opportunities and better field position for their offense. Risks and counterpoints, of course. No move is without risks. The primary concern is giving up a first-round pick in 2026, which could be a valuable asset depending on how the draft plays out. However, given Witherspoon's youth and immediate impact, many analysts believe he could be a cornerstone for at least the next 3-5 years. There's also the question of whether Seattle might seek a different package or try to negotiate for more picks or players. Additionally, integrating a new player into the Bills' scheme requires chemistry and adaptation, but Witherspoon's experience and high football IQ suggest he could adapt quickly. Final thoughts and predictions in conclusion. If this deal goes through, it could be one of the most impactful trades in recent NFL history. The Buffalo Bills are positioning themselves for a serious Super Bowl run by upgrading a secondary that has often been a weak link. With Witherspoon, they gain a dynamic, ball-hawking corner who can change the course of games with his playmaking ability. For fans, this is an exciting development, one that could finally bring the Bills their first Lombardi trophy in decades. The AFC East might soon witness a shift in power that could leave rivals scrambling to catch up. The future looks bright, and if the Bills make this bold move, they might just be the team to beat come playoff time. Final call to action. So, Bills Mafia, what's your take? Are you fired up about the possibility of Witherspoon donning the blue and red? Do you believe this move will push Buffalo over the top? Drop your thoughts, predictions, and hopes in the comments below. Your voice matters, and we want to hear how you see this game-changing move unfolding. Stay tuned as we follow every twist and turn of this story. We'll keep you updated with the latest rumors, official confirmations, and expert analysis. Remember, in Buffalo, we don't just root for the team, we live and breathe it, and this potential trade could be the start of a new chapter in Bills history. Let's get ready for a future where the Bills aren't just contenders, they're champions. Character count, 10, 235 characters.